Okay, what's happening, guys? Good day to you all. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. As usual, when we have a live, we do indeed have much to discuss. For starters, good day to you all. It's been a little while, but I'm here. We have to talk about this. We had to talk about this. And of course, many of you would know the news by now that, Tappa is out and Mr. Paul Hall is in. Many predicted it. I mean, it was coming. It was going to happen eventually. A bit surprising what on God's earth was taking the JFF so long. But they eventually got rid of him. I shouldn't say it like that. They eventually... I shouldn't say it like that. That kind of sound little... That sound disrespectful. I shouldn't say it like that. They eventually parted ways with head coach Theodore Tappa Whitmore. Again, what took them so long, God knows. We're going to talk a little bit. Well, we're going to talk a lot about Paul Hall as well. Him replacing Theodore Tappa Whitmore, which was expected by most. Tajan Jackson, they are in a formula. Big up, yeah man. Big up yourself, Tajan. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, boss. Yeah man, so we're gonna drop the link. We're gonna drop the link for you guys to come on and talk with us as well. Shavan said it depends what the objective is. If it's to see out the campaign, then he's a good fit. But if we're going to qualify, then I don't think he'll be a good fit. Big up, Shavan. Big up, big up. Many people would have liked for us to still have given this a shot though, Shavan. Like a real shot to try and see if we can still get to Qatar. It's still mathematically possible. You guys see the title of my video. Paul Hall is the best choice, but is he a good choice? Right? And it's a reason why I titled it that way, because I am of the opinion that I think given the circumstances, he is right now the best choice. But I kind of scratch my head. I don't know if he is a good choice, Shavan. Honest to God, I don't know if he is a good choice. Right? I've been trying to do some research for some time now into, the QPR U23 team. And to be honest with you, there's not much out there. There's not much out there. Big up, Ryan. There's not much out there on the QPR U23 team. Right? One game alone, I'm fine with them. One game. Seeing one game alone, I'm fine with them. And boy, that game, it never represent Paul Hall in the best light, to be honest with you. I'm gonna say that much. It never really... If that is a sign of things to come for the Reggae Boyz, honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's a very small window. It's only one game. As I said, I really try to find some more footage. Right? The only thing I really see are highlights on that one game there. Seeing and I do some research on him record as well this season with the QPR U23 team. And boy, from what I see people, QPR U23 team not really going with nothing too tough, I'm not gonna lie to you. Do I think he's an upgrade to Theodore Tappa Whitmore? Absolutely. I mean, anybody is an upgrade to Tappa, to be honest with you. And that's the greatest of respect to Theodore Tappa Whitmore, right? He's a legend of our football. Don't go down the road of disrespecting him. Sometimes you scroll through Twitter, man, and you have to put your head in your hands, man. The way the people must style with more. Seen? And I understand the anger, I understand the hurt. I may understand the frustration and the upset, right? That is, you know, going into the direction of Theodore Tapper Whitmore from many people. I get it. But still, I'm not going to go down the path of disrespecting him. But, you know, it should have been, you know, anybody is an upgrade to Tapper. That's just the facts. It's just the facts. Tapper, you know, he was a great player, but he's a poor coach, right? You know, him need to go Europe. I said this already. He needs to. My thing is, one of the reasons why I'm upset with Tapper, you know, all this time he was the head coach of the national team. You know, by the way, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Free and easy way to support the channel. All of this time, Tapper was the head coach of the national team. See, boss, you tell me say you have your connections them down in Brazil. See, Rene Simoes, Alfredo Monteso, and the other one where coaches this did interview. I don't remember what name off the top of my head right now. See? But you have them linked there down in Brazil. See? You know, reach out to them man, they coach in a bag of clubs, you know. All over Brazil, you know. All over Brazil. You know, reach out to the man them and say to the man them, say, yo, along the lines of getting an internship with one of those, the man like Alfredo Monteso, man like Rene Simoes, the man them must have a bag of connections in a Brazil. The man they coach on a bag of different club. Seen? Reach out to the man them, make the man them know, say, yo, me that really like to do an internship at one of the first division clubs in Brazil, you know. It now for be a paid internship. It not for being a paid internship. Just, you know, indicate to them that you don't want to go down there, be around the you know, a club, you know, be around a manager, an experienced manager, right? And sort of just be around and help out where you can help out and you know, for free of course, it aid in your development. Seen and try to learn a thing or two. Try to go Europe, boss. Try to have the JFF set up something for you to go Europe for build your knowledge base, brethren, for improve yourself as a coach, brethren. And all of these years, the boss sit down and never do none of this. Right? Me never really see a desire from the gaffer for, you know, to go to places where he can further him education. Seeing building knowledge base, etc., etc. And that's one of the reasons why I knock Tapper. That's one of the reasons why I knock Tapper, man, because it clear say, yo, he was, you know, when it came to the most important challenge of his term as Reggae Boyz head coach, he was weighed in the balance and found desperately wanting. I think we did big up Ryan already. Big up again, boss. Richard said, big up Formula Tapper sucking dry out. Yeah, man. Then a must, man. We have to talk about it, man. We have to talk about it with you guys, man. And Oral Tracy did done already tell us, say, yo, it was coming this week, you know. Again, you know, one of the things why Paul Hall is the best choice right now, guys. He's the best choice because the JFF took so long to fire Tapper Whitmore. That is why he's the best choice right now. Because there's such little time, right, for a new person to come in and work with the current team. They had to go with familiarity and continuity, or to some continuity to some extent, right? They had to do that. They were left with no other choice because by the time it's too much risk attached to bringing in a new manager, right? To familiarize himself with a bunch of players that, you know, most of them, I mean, he never deal with them before. All of them, he probably never deal with them before. Probably don't even know most of them. It's an intern job, bro, and Paul is more qualified than Tapper. Can't do worse than I agree. But here's the thing, though, Fabian Full. Me agree, you know, as me say, you know, Paul Hall is the best choice, you know, given the circumstances, you know, right? Tapper should have been gone after the Panama debacle, right? So me agree with you, you know. Paul Hall can't do worse than Tapper, you know. And I do think he's the best choice right now. But if the JFF never waits so long, my boss, there are better options out there. There are better options out there, and that's my thing. I'm not 100% convinced about Paul Hall. We're going to get into that in a bit, Fabian Full. Shavan said he won't have time to properly watch the players and analyze the players fully because he does have his job at QPR, so he's going to be tied up with that. So he may be forced to select the players. I was, me gonna play an interview where I'm doing with you guys. Me gonna play clippings out of an interview with you guys, you know. It's just some interesting comments he made. But yes, he's gonna have a lot more work on his table for sure, you know. But I think it's manageable. And he has already had experiences with most of the players. He already know where most of them. He probably have an idea, a good enough idea as to where most of them capable of from where most of them not capable of. Him done already see a certain man not cut it. Certain man like Haka. Since him done already know say yo, Haka need to make a swift exit out of the national team, you know, man. Him done already know that. JFF already happy him. Fabian Full. That's a solid point. That is a solid point, Fabian Full. JFF already happy him. Shavan, you are the boss?
Yeah, dude, family.
I
Yeah, I
work
work
it?
so.
Yeah, my figure.
You know, I have to show my support still.
I know you probably have some things that you want to get off of your chest, man.
Well, I'm just happy. Still, as happy said, such man gone.
Yeah, I agree.
Happy
Too
to such
late
man
though.
gone. Yeah,
Too
but
late
I
though.
mean, if them did fire him immediately after the US game, I mean, we still couldn't qualify. So, as a man, if the, I honestly believe said the reason why they selected Paul Hall, the reason why this decision took so long was because they were trying to find a coach that they could control. Cause you know the JFF have this thing where them want to have a hand in selecting the players. If you get a coach
Allegedly.
who is allegedly, let me say that allegedly. If you get a coach who is going to be, if you get a coach like a Marina type person who has his own way,
Yeah,
there might be a clash of heads.
true.
So we've heard that persons have been interested, but if you look at those type of coaches, if some of the names that were floating around, those coaches are not. I don't think those coaches are coaches that will just sit and just accept whatever. They're going to want their particular players, and so I think the JFF really chose a coach that they may be able to control. So I think that's the reason why the whole process itself took so long. Because everybody knows Whitmore. The fact that there was no press conferences, no reassurances from the president, general secretary. Even Mr. Speed come out and say literally the JFF have the money to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the books. Is I just believe that there was a delay due to the fact that they weren't able to find somebody that they could actually, you know, have a talk over basically.
Have we seen a press conference or anything like that from the JFF hierarchy? Me not see it.
Come
You
on,
see,
family.
Chevron?
Do better than that. Do better than that.
No, me I ask. Me genuinely I ask.
No, and
Me
it's a be a
genuinely.
dinosaur in the JFF.
Yo, me not understand. Yo, them man you know, have no interest, in a transparency, Them
No,
not
them
have
just put up
no interest in a transparency, Shavan.
the Gleaner put out the information before the JFF even put up on them official page. So I'm gonna say Whitmore going is just a part of the problem because I mean people that talk about say Aka, them glad no Aka na come back. Don't surprise if Aka there and I said same man.
You think so? Me not think him a go bring him back. Me not think so.
Who else?
Even
Who
if you bring him
has
back, I just to build vibes. Me not think him gonna bring him back with a
both?
serious thing for
Alright,
play.
made the comment that I put up earlier. Him not gonna have the time for really watch and analyze the players because him have him job. Him have him full time job. This is just a part time something. Who
Yeah.
goes there all out for a full time for a part time something?
No, but Shavan, me disagree, me understand why you said that, Me understand why you said that. But the reason why me disagree is because this is a big deal to Paul Hall to prove himself in another 6 games, So me think he might go have sleepless nights,
Once I coach the Jamaica side, I already have sleepless nights still because the way the fans are going to depend on your case. Like, the coach,
Coach,
Warman,
I do it,
Formula Shepard, but there, the look part of the argument said, if you want to bring back Akka for Bill Fights, Formula, you want some beat,
but no, it's a serious point me make there, Coach.
What kind of Bill vibes? I World Cup, the chances are slim, So we don't need a man who fill a space for vibes.
Yeah.
You understand? But I wouldn't be surprised either because a lot of people have been saying that what will Paul bring and all of these things because they don't know of his pedigree, you know what I mean? So people are questioning if this move is actually a good move, even though it might be seen as the most feasible move.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, is it
Coach Sauna chip out. Coach up on the road, man. Yeah, man, now you're nothing from coach at all.
is it worth it or they just didn't?
yeah, Formula.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear the news as to who the JFF appointed as the new Reggae Girls coach.
Yeah, man, Vin Blaine.
Tell me, though, for a country where talk about progress, why is it that we love recycle people so?
Yeah, that did kinda wait, must see coach like him a jump back. Yeah, that Shavan that did kinda when I see that it never makes sense to me. Never makes sense to me. Yeah, coach, you chip out at the end there, so when in there you know yeah, sir.
What the last thing I hear?
Oh,
Billa vibes.
yeah, Bila
Oh,
vibes.
yeah. May I say probably a lot of persons or people have been saying that Paul Hall is not the best person for the job because he was under the same regime. And I mean, others are saying that he was trying to assist the best way he can, but he was not allowed to be heard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then at the same time, he's not the best choice, but persons are saying he's the easiest choice. So a lot of different views on this position. I think it is going to be a career changing opportunity, I believe, for Paul Hall.
yeah,
Coaching at the international level, country. He was a World Cup hero as well, a World Cup qualification hero. So it's a big thing for him. I think I heard Chevron say might have sleepless nights because I would think so because the man go on ensure say him do all that is
yeah,
humanly possible for this team.
yeah,
First thing is going to go under scrutiny is his selection. We stay ready. Him selection I will go under scrutiny. That's the first thing. So the first line of fire for Paul Hall is when he select his team for the squad for the upcoming game. You know what I mean? Another thing, will they have a camp? Will players trust him? A whole political variables are going to surround it. But from what I've heard, he did well in the interview, and they are satisfied with what came out of it. So I guess he's the man to go forward.
I
But
mean,
coach,
yeah, man, go through Shavan.
yeah, pertaining to the camp. If we do get a camp over the Christmas period, will he be able to leave QPR though to come?
That's a good point, and yeah, that's a very good point. I think coach look like him chip out again, but
Freeze, he could make him freeze out, yeah.
yeah, but that's a very good point. It is, and it's a. I mean, who is gonna take charge of the team during that important part? Because a number of the players will be out of club competition, right? And he's gonna. I mean, he doesn't have to, but it would be nice if he could be there to oversee, that whole camp and also any friendly match that we get in that particular period as well. Big up Theo.
Because the thing about it as well, when you look at, we have a lot of players that play in the US and their seasons are off. Their season is out now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even match fitness, it's vital at this point because if a player not play for 1 week straight, match fitness basically gone. Till they're on holiday, I not say if I have them in a training every day, but they can have a camp to make sure so by the time the next qualifiers come in January, the man them fit and ready.
But I not only match fitness alone doing a Shavan, a match sharpness as well. That I one I think them where they are beat Damian Lowe, You realize because
Exactly.
what enough people never realize, is that the Egypt league was out of season, And game after game, you saw a deterioration, in
Yeah, that's
Damian
true.
Lowe's match sharpness, round after round, rather.
So that's why it come to. I was just thinking that the JFF, the decision should have been made a long time ago. Even if it wasn't made, they should have called the top 20 players from the JPL and then the top players from call everybody from the USL and MLS. Everybody, no matter if them good or not.
Mm-hmm.
Call all of them and just have them in our camp. Then probably I go say COVID the restrictions them I go probably prevent them from doing certain things, which might be a factor as well. But I just think it's because we don't want it to come to a point where. Cause remember, as people don't know this, cause me used to keep when a goalkeeper, no matter how good him is if he's not fit and him not sharp, so yeah, hear me, coach.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man, where are you?
Uh,
Where are you?
yeah, so I think it's a situation we need for have them on them going on camp right now, not not tomorrow from yesterday. They need for on camp. They need for their one place. They need for play ball. All of the top players, especially the brother Zimenez, him not supposed to play for JC today.
Yeah, it's
I
sad.
don't care when nobody wants.
Yo,
Him not
I
supposed
forget
to
me
play
keep on, I
today.
forget. Me need to do the video upon that in a bridge. Me have a video plan out already everything Me need to talk me. Right now as a stream I done, I go do that video.
Him not supposed to play for JC today. I swear
Yeah,
to God, because him levels above and him playing against people who him better than him now improve him game.
yeah. It not challenge him, it a waste him time, man. It's
Yeah,
sad.
cause you see the goal him scored the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not to say yo, this brother here literally I walk through the morning cup. Him and couple of other players as well, the Calabar team,
Yeah.
JC team. And the thing that puzzle me is that why is it that the JFF it come at them still have something against Butler because despite what persons are saying, Mona play one of the best football in schoolboy football right now. Mona a play ball. Mona literally a play ball. It's a like it's a color
At the bar,
one that they have to kind of understand. Yeah, I'm averaging one. I'm just bad mind. Anytime in school now, do nothing, just bad mind everybody else school.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean,
but as a man, say still,
Shavana freeze up.
yeah. Yeah, hear me now?
You know what? Yeah, me just start here, but no, it kind of freeze up. But yeah, I mean, me understand the whole hiring of Paul Hall. Like me get it, right? At the most, is the common sense thing to do, right? But me no know, me not 200% sure about Paul Hall. Me not gonna lie to you. Me go, me need to do. Me go play one video. Me go see how me can get this video. More and play a video for you guys hear it. Hopefully, I first me ever play a video, so I'm not 200% sure how to do it. Hopefully, I can. Alright, see it here now. Let me.
See, we spoke about how you've been at.
Hold on there, 1 second. One second. I want to play a video with Paul Hall. He must say something one time in our interview. Guys, bear with me a second. I've never shared a video before. So let me just. I have never shared a video before. 1 second, guys. 1 second.
See, we've spoke about how you've been at who you are at QPR under 23s and Jamaica assistant.
All right.
Have you ever been in a first team role, or are you looking in the future? Have you ever temporarily, managed QPR first team, or are you looking to move into a first team role at any stage in your career?
Yes, it is a hunger of mine, of course. I mean, of course, I want to go into the first team. That's why I was so readily wanting to go into the first team environment, which places me in a first team environment. We have to win. The B team that I'm involved with now is very much development. I've been assistant manager at Mansfield Town, where that was very much a first team environment. So yes, I'd love to be able to work in a first team environment, which is a good question, because it's something that I feel is my next stage of where I'm headed in my own personal development. When you go in as the manager, everything stops with you. You take the plaudits when it goes well. You kind of take the blame when it doesn't go so well. However, I've done my assistant roles, and I'd like to test myself as a lead coach. It may not work. However, if I don't ever get to test myself, then I'm going to be, that's one thing in football that I haven't really achieved as of yet, which is something that I want to achieve, because we all have a pathway that we think that we'd like to go on, and some people are suited for assistant managers, some people are suited as just a first team coach, and other people are suited as managers and leaders.
All right. How do I get this off now? I don't know if you guys heard the part about very much development. That is what bothers me about this thing, When you listen to this, I gather from it that basically, he said that that's one of the reasons why he was so quick to take the Jamaica role, and that, the QPR job that he has now is very much development, and that first team football, there's a side of winning to it and basically results, right? And when he talks about very much development, I get the vibe that results is not really an important aspect of his job in terms of actually getting results. Seeing so that pressure isn't there. This is the moral of the story. This is basically the very first time that Paul Hall will be doing anything of this nature. Right? I mean,
No,
basically.
he mentioned being assistant at Mansfield, which was a
Yeah,
first team job as well.
yeah, man,
So
no,
he was
but he was
dealing it.
assistant there. When I said
Yeah.
the first time in terms of head, being the head.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And you know, the Mansfield town job was a year. It was a year. So when I know, my get is the common sense choice, and as I say, I beat the JFF because the reason why Paul Hall is the best choice is because it took them so long. I mean, Tapa should have been gone from the Panama debacle. Remember involve some of the comments. I've been ignoring the comment section. By the way, this is a big comment from Fabian Foot. Seeing when him said Tapa go on like him know everything. That's and that Butler could have helped him get into gang to get experience. There you go. That's a big point. Big point.
All right. I'm gonna start up with my foolishness now. You know, I have to do one. So, oh, we sure set up. I never want the team qualify because he want to be the man. I always have the man who scored 2 goals in a World Cup.
Shavan, the man who achieve as a manager to Shavan.
If you want to achieve, I start Aka, Grant, and Watson. Aka, Grant, and somebody in midfield. Where you gonna achieve?
Because him thinks that are the best way for him to get the results.
Yeah, right now I think Aka, I think Whitmore and somebody have a contract. Him and Blake they have a contract. For Blake get a contract overseas, so them can make almost some man of the match performances. Him the only way that we could have win game, you know. I with Blake, you know. You realize every time Blake not play a good winner get winner win. Just think about it.
If Blake don't have an outstanding game,
Don't win the game. Anytime. So I have to wonder because having a midfield like that is going to put pressure upon Blake. So it was still him gone. So I said, whenever too pleased with it depends on how you see it. If I think we're rather seeing out the last 6 games, then good. It's a good fit. But if we're going for it, I think we needed someone more permanent who will be devoted to the national team 100% because it's going to be a lot of work for us to qualify.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really have an issue with the whole permanent and interim thing. You know, that's really that not really bother me, to be honest with you. You know, seeing
We can guarantee so we are the only country in the world who have a head coach who is not permanent. Well, only coach that has aspirations of qualifying for the World Cup, where their head coach is not the permanent. Their head coach has another coaching job elsewhere.
fair point. Yeah, can't go around that.
Managing a country is not a 1-week job. You have to go out, you have to scout, you have to look at players, you have to get knowledge. So all of that, and I think it's going to be a conflict of interest with this club. You probably hear him club start complain, say, oh, the youth players, all of them not really perform well, but yeah, them probably correlate it with the national team, the job we might do with the national team. So that's just my opinion on that there.
All right, cool. Espada, welcome to the show, boss. What you have to say? Tapa out. Hold on, Espada. You have video playing in the background. This when you click on the link, the video where you click on the link, go back on the tab there and pause the video. Because I think that go on while it play. You name pause the video when you jump on or him gone. I don't think him really understand what me I tell him, say, but Paul Hall wants to build a good reputation, so him I go pick the best players to get the desired result. Yeah, I mean, Paul, look, there's no doubt about it that Paul Hall is an upgrade to Whitmore. You know? There's absolutely no doubt about it. You know? Paul Hall is an upgrade to Whitmore. You know? But in an ideal, hold on, Espada, I still hear the video, man. I still hear the video playback. Well, all right, boss, you see when you click the link, you see before you click the link, pause the video. Pause the video before you click the link. Yeah, man. So there's no doubt he's an upgrade, but I mean, right now the best option going forward. It is.
And he's a pro licensed coach, so
yeah,
what worse him can do?
True.
Coach,
far more qualified.
Coach, what was your thought on Bruce Arena being a national coach?
Bruce Arena is not a Bruce Arena is an experienced fellow. You'd have brought the US to the World Cup. He's very he's quite au fait with the whole CONCACAF region. So I would believe he'd have been a very good option, of course, no doubt. But would he be loyal to the Jamaican cause? That's another question that I would ask.
All right, I remember one time I was watching on ESPN and they actually interviewed him. And he's saying that I remember him saying that Jamaican team is a team that always has potential. He never wanted to say it was bad management, but he was saying that the Jamaican team has always been a team where the US has never ever taken lightly. Even when them beat we, when them go back in the dressing room, them always I say, yo, Jaja, we're lucky. Because he knows the potential. So if you have a coach that is at that, yeah, everybody know that on paper.
Espada. Your audio can't play Espada. It the echo bars. Yeah, man, go through, guys.
Yeah, let's say on paper, I think we are top 3. On paper, I don't think even Canada have a better team now on paper. On paper, I don't think Canada has a better team.
I agree with Siobhan. I agree with him.
The only player that Canada has over we, is really Alphonso Davies, and because the striker is not better than Antonio.
David's not bad. David not bad still.
No, he's not bad, but he's not better than Antonio.
Yeah, Buchanan a good baller. So
yeah,
I
Buchanan.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Morrison, Buchanan cannot walk in Morrison's shoes.
In Ravel Morrison, but they're 2 different players though. Buchanan a winger.
Buchanan attacking. No, I'm not attacking midfield.
Attacking midfielder, man.
He can play both, but he play on the wing mostly.
No, mostly at the same time,
no, man. Yeah, man. Him play.
All right,
yeah, man, he can play the center, but most of the time I see him play for Canada or out on the wing. And if I'm not mistaken, for him club or wing, I play too.
I'm probably have to go look back. Most of the time I see him play, I'm normally attacking midfield. I normally see him play for real. But on paper, I don't think Canada has a on paper. So guys, don't beat me in the comments. I'm not saying you have a better team than Canada. I'm saying on paper. If the game was played on paper.
May I put my foot on the block, Siobhan? We have a better team than them. Those cohesion, chemistry, and all of them things that are going for them, and better coaching. Simple.
Yeah. But I feel though, I think our best team is better than Canada's team, but I don't think the team that Whitmore always picks is better than Canada.
No. Wait, last night I did it on a program and I hear somebody who have
the audio poor Maji. Like when you come
on, do something there. Hold on there.
When you jump on the stream, we are here like the echo bad. The echo bad. I don't know if you pause the video when you click the link, my boss. You pause it?
He probably have another window open and it play
the
You see
And
the
the phone
tab
and
them
laptop
on
I
the,
use.
you see the tab them on the laptop. If you have another window open with the video play, you probably need to pause that. I don't know it's part of, but it poor, man. The audio when you come on, it poor. Go again,
Good,
Espada. Oh, Espada gone. All right.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, Theo, where are
evening.
you, boss?
Nothing much, guys. Just listening on the program. I say we should look past Wickmore now. He's gone. We should look ahead to the future. We need some friendly matches. We need to get our guys in, some sort of cohesion. It's already started. We need to improve it. So for me right now, it's more important to get friendly matches and scout for a center defensive midfield, because we could say what we want. The team has a problem, you know.
So going forward with Whitmore, with Paulal rather, what do you think about Paulal?
I mean, I'm gonna have to see him fully take on the wings before I could make my decision. The situation at QPR is different. The situation at his other clubs is different from what he's gonna face in being the Jamaica's coach. So let's see. We have to wait and see. Tanasi no poil market, grandma say, yeah.
Yeah. Ignite story. Tapa deleted all of them video there. Which video? What you talk about? Link up in the comment section and make you know what you talk about.
So do you know if QPR cut a deal with him? Maybe they might pay half him salary and Jamaica pay the rest.
From long time me did hear say me didn't want publicly talk that because the person did tell me that in a private. So I'm
The
coach
fact
know
that
what me I talk about.
the fact is that they can afford to pay Paulal.
Yeah.
But
So I don't think money is the issue right now.
I think it's gonna be the same tactics. We just need a center defensive midfielder.
And that's my problem though, Theo, because as I was
CM
saying, guys,
tactics.
yeah,
Tactics.
Shavan,
Shavan.
may I tell you?
Jamaica don't have the level of players to play the type of football you would like to see. Our
Of course we
players.
do.
Theo,
Oh,
you lose
wait.
You lose
Let
me
me
this
talk.
one out
Wait,
here.
now, man. Formula, let me finish now. Let me finish. We have a type of player them we can fit even a championship style of football. It will work. Sit on the counter, catch them, defensive strong. It will work. It worked before in the other Gold Cups them. We just need a CDM.
But all right, let me ask you, Theo. Look at El Salvador,
Yeah.
right? Look at the type of football El Salvador play. You don't think our players are better technically than the El Salvadorians?
They have to play that way because they're smaller. They don't have the physicality. So they have to box the ball around you. Jamaica, we have the physicality. We have the speed. Our counterattack is crazy. We could use that to our advantage.
I will say this much. As I said, I have like my search like crazy for find QPRU 23 games. Seeing? My search like crazy. I only one I could have find.
Oh, what was the result?
QPR lost it 4-0. They lost it 4-0 and when I was watching the game, I saw, especially in the first half, I saw a lot of similarities to how Theodore Tapa Whitmore played. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right? If you don't think say long ball tactic I got gone with Tapa out, but the long ball not out. Trust me. The long ball in with Paulal.
Paul Alpha try to get us a friendly with one of the Ireland teams because we play similar to them too, I think. You ever watch any of the Ireland teams, the northern one or regular Ireland, when them are your highlights?
I've recently seen an Ireland game a little while ago. In the qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. But
same way, if Formula have a same way, we not trouble. Team now
coach,
qualify
coach,
and
coach,
Paul will get beaten.
may I tell you, say, look, do I think that he's a better coach than Tapa? Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. You know, was it when I was watching the and that's one of the reasons why when Simon Preston was doing his video yesterday, his live yesterday, I'm asking him, right, does he see any similarities in Paula's style of play and Tapa's style of play? And him basically confirm it, say, yo, are basically the same thing. In my humble estimation, it's the same thing, but it's just an upgrade. In terms of it's the same thing, but it's a better version of what Theodore Tapa Whitmore would have done.
So we swap Black Dog for Monkey.
But me I tell you that are my honest opinion. Because why me ask Simon, the reason why I ask Simon is because I think to myself, so Simon must see a lot more games with Paul to know more than even me know about him. And Simon basically I thought the same thing when me did I see. So when me see that now, when me see him confirm it basically, me I say, boy, me not so upbeat. And then another thing too, QPR's U23 team, is at the foot of their Division 3 standings, Them they in a last place, people. So, and I like say QPR U23 team flying.
Wow. So Formula. I had another thought to myself, right? Your problem with Paul Hall is the similar tactics, right? Jamaica's problem is money, obviously, right? Why not contact our guy, Rene, and say, yo, you know any youth coaches in Vasco,
Good point.
Flamingo and them team there? Cause if we can get a good youth coach, we can build a basis off of that,
But Theo, it's a solid point you're raising, I may agree with you, but it's only one teeny tiny issue. By the way, Tennessee, big up, boss. It's only one teeny tiny issue, Theo. And it's just the JFF took too long to sack Tapa. So the time where a brand new coach would have get for familiarize himself with a new team,
But Formula, we still have a shot. I still believe we could do this, right? And I watched your video where you said New Zealand kind of shaky now. May I pray if we get American Samoa, please. We know we can't give them a 10-0, but we still have a shot. We can't give up hope, right? This team have overcome harder than this, We think we can do it. We can do it. We can do it because people saying like Mexico is shaky, right? Mexico is shaky. Only US and Canada up there, so it's still for the taking. Panama is shaky. Even though them kind of did, the 3-0, but we still have a chance. So we just be positive still. We can pull it off. I believe so.
Boy, I sincerely hope so because one of the things are really, as mega ropey in Tennessee right now, but one of the things that really kind of scared me about, what I was seeing in the game I was watching with the QPR U23 team is that the team, especially in the first half, was struggling to build out from the back.
Could it be a case, Formula, where that is the talent of the players, or not so necessarily what the coach system is? If they struggle to build out from the back, if they're struggling overall, is it the coach or is it the team, the talent in the team, or is it both?
And that is the big question, coach. That is the big question, that truth be told. I'm just telling you guys what I observed right? But that is a
We can't
solid
use
yeah.
QPR to judge him realistically. We have to wait
Why?
and see what he does with because all right
Well, Reggae
because
Boys, I know wait and see right now. You know. Honestly, you know. Not a wait and see.
But just never say that, man.
Seriously, I don't know wait and see.
Yeah,
Hey,
but,
brother.
the man
but
gone
coach,
into the
for real,
hey,
coach, what we are gonna do?
the man hang out of the frying pan, you know, brother.
Mm,
Is a predicament in, you know.
Yeah,
I want to understand it, you know.
yeah,
coach,
Anybody took up this position would have been in a predicament. No care you're big and you're bad as
true.
a coach. It is a significant predicament win. And it's no
Yeah.
joke. You
coach,
understand?
coach,
Yeah.
coach. I have a question for you. How you think the Honduran fans them feel right now? Them would have killed for position, you know. We still have a shot. That's why we said all this complaining don't make no sense. We just have to just wait
Yeah,
and
but
see.
no, but Tia, the thing is that we are underperforming even more than Honduras. Honduras would have had hopes and dreams, yes, but they
Would
didn't
have,
really have
would
expectations.
have. Bro, they have Albert Elise, a lethal striker. They have a we would quote unquote say our team, right? Jamaica team is going through it from the beginning of these qualifiers, even in the Gold Cup. If they were with there, it's truly a miracle. We still have a dog in the fight. We still have a shot.
All right, me bring
And
in
man,
Tennessee.
I agree with that, you know, but at the same time, Paul Hall is still in a predicament. We're not
Yeah,
negate from that fact. He's in
Yeah.
a big. Has he ever been in a position like this in his coaching career? It's
never.
a test of his coaching career, you know, Brethren.
Yeah,
That's why I'm telling you from early, you know, when I come on, you know. It is going to test the metal of his coaching career. It can either make
Mm,
him or break him.
break him.
me
Yeah,
sure know
You
him ready
understand?
feet. Him ready feet. Cause him dep on the bench like, yo, you know what me can do a little thing better than Whitmore. Me know him said that to himself. So me have faith in him. Faith in our team. We are gonna do this, man. Pray for we get American Samoa, you know.
Tennessee. Where are you, my boss?
Go go on, family. Big up
Where
your
they
man
are?
them.
We
Big up
have
your
to
man
say
them.
issue, my boss.
But family, me don't know say about style of play and thing and thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, with the sixth game here, we left, you know, much I coach we bring in, him can't come in, you know, style of play because he not the time. And like we are gonna get no friendly match to play
Facts,
now.
facts.
You see me I say? All you have to do is pick the right team and well, we have to hope you pay the best. Because right now, me not see just see if with more did I pick the right players them, family, I believe we're in a better position.
I agree.
I maybe me say right players, but you know, in a team mind, you would have same pick the right players, eh?
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, people say I think Paula is the right man for the job because he already know the players. You understand? If a new man come in, he not
True.
really know so he never really interact with certain players and things. But Paula like interact with them, he know them. You understand? He know even the Jamaican players them. So I think he's the best man for the job right now. At least for the 6 games, see? Because I think as far as women is right now, unless you implement a coach for a long term basis, you could have bring in somebody new. See? I just give up on the six game, yeah? At least I say, all right then. We're going to just throw a man in there and see where we're going, but we are hiring for a long term basis then, like for 2026. But right now, I believe Paul is the right man for the job. You understand? Because you already know the players, you know you know what going. You understand? And the thing where you so bug me about with more, me can understand how you are the coach for your team and you have players from England, players from Jamaica, but one man attack to certain players and with more attack to an next set of players. It's like I don't like the man them speak Portuguese or Spanish or something. You see me I say, are you a coach? So you have to deal with them. You see me I say?
Yeah.
And tell them what you want them to do. You can't like if that come like a segregation thing to home see. See? Like, if anything, I go on out the policy, maybe, like, say you have something to tell Ravel Morrison. What you going to do? After you go tell Paul and say, yo, reason with him there for me. You see me I say? Because you know I say nothing to it. That's a foolishness. So I believe that Paul is the right man to his job. That's the way I believe still. You see me I say? Even no matter what kind of new coach you bring in now, you're not going to see a different system. Because if you're going to play a different system, you have to practice. You understand? So I believe that right now, I'm going to just come in and in parallel, just give me job and see what you can do. And nobody, well, some people expect miracle. But I still believe we have a chance. Because Panama still have to play Mexico away. They still have to play USA away. And they still have got Costa Rica. So, and hopefully, maybe we can beat them when we go there and take a point and so. But I think USA and Mexico are going to beat them.
All right, let me
You understand?
add something.
Yeah, man, go
Mhm.
through, coach.
Yeah, man, big up Tennessee.
Yeah, man.
The point is taken, and I think one of the keys for this 6 games going forward is also the players. So we select the quote unquote best team, but the fact of the matter is that the players have to really want this thing to, So the
Yeah.
coach alone can't want it. The players really have to go step up. Them really have to put them shoulder to the wheel, whoever is selected, and just put on some decent performance in them 6 games. It would have been like they are trying to save relegation. I don't know if I saw the coach, I would try and motivate them or what, but trust me, some sort of motivation have to reach them for them up them game to 120% or 150, because the players are also going to play an integral role in this. That's why when me I say, yeah, Whitmore is to be blamed, but some of the players them have to take some of the blame. You know what I mean? Administration have to take the blame, coach have to take the blame, and the players too. So just hope to them step up and play some good football, put away their chances and all of these things, away their chances, and so that a team can progress, and we need to see the progress.
Yeah.
That's
Take
true.
a game at a time, try to get the ball in the back of the net, try to not concede. I don't know how Paul are going to do it, but he need help for the players, because if they don't support him, he
Yes.
in our dark corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we many of us, point all the blame to Theodore Tapper Whitmore. And while I do think that he deserves most of the blame, I think the blame for the failing campaign needs to be, distributed to all the respective stakeholders. I don't just think, yes, he's the main reason, but I don't think it's all on him, to be honest with you. One of the things that kind of struck me, though, is that I think in today's day and age, it's commonplace to see the players, giving a farewell message to the manager on social media, right? To the gaffer on social media.
Definitely.
Is Tennessee builder, man. But the only players that I saw say anything about it on social media was the expected few, like Haka, like Blake, like Nana. Most of the players, me ain't see them say nothing.
Flemo.
Flemmer too, yeah, Flemmer as well. But most of the players them didn't me expect all Mariapa to say something. Me surprised me ain't see nothing from Mariapa.
Yeah, but
But I remember.
sometimes some
No.
people might think, say, I know nothing for you come out publicly and do something like that. Even though it probably is the norm out there. But them man, they probably link him personally, isn't it? I'm just saying, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that.
But
You
I
know?
remember.
coach,
remember.
Bailey with when him
Dean Smith.
Eh?
Dean Smith.
Dean
Dean
Smith.
Smith, yeah.
And even Peter Bosch at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Him put up the farewell comment, you know, it was a pleasure, it was a privilege, right? Would love to have worked with you more. The man
Probably
not
them
said
man that
nothing.
mourn still, I see it.
Me not think so, sir. Virgin, me not think so, honestly.
But remember, Formula. Remember what time gone? Me listen a program on coaches this and you might talk to Maggie. And me a coach asked him a question about
Yeah,
top and thing. And he won't talk about this Paula and he have a good
Paula.
relationship with Paula. So
Yeah.
I thought me I say I think at this time he might man for the job. As the coach say, I think that was motivation thing right now and people have to want it. You understand?
I think
Because
the players respect him, Tennessee.
we can win you know say right now, we can win a couple of games. And people surprised with the right back in 19.
True.
Yeah, if we
Especially
win
understand?
it
with
two,
Panama.
if we win it two back to two first games, trust me.
We
I
in
worry.
business.
I worry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
True.
understand? You
It
understand?
is
That's
still
true.
if. It is still if.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's true. Well that's true. Well that's true.
And
Still. But
you know, I wouldn't surprise if we beat Mexico here. But that game there, yo, let me tell you,
cricketers.
you see that tactician the name Christiansen is a dangerous coach, you know, man. The Panama coach and a Panama
Hey,
them ever play that game there a place so we never yet get victory yet.
you know so we're very unlucky in this tournament still because remember last time Andrew was a lead Panama tournament. See? Much of the game I think to the 78th minute.
Yeah,
Andrew so me say Andrew was win. So me
yeah.
I say well if Jamaica in draw, you know, you see the
Well,
red
I
up back.
agree
I
with
see
you,
him play.
Tennessee. And unlucky, sir. Panama play ball.
When me turn on back the TV, why I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah.
The Panama play ball yes, but I think some luck I go with them to the court. And sometimes you need some luck in a sport. So you see if you look me on your side, I probably mean it.
True. Yeah, man. Maybe luck
Because you cannot play good, you know.
luck in our sports.
Yeah, because you cannot play good, you play better in the next team and they still beat you. You understand? So I think right now, me I hope say some luck go with me in the last couple matches because I think we can if we win couple matches and Panama lose one or two matches, we're right back in the month.
But Tennessee, we have had luck on our side as well, you know.
Which we're going to Mexico and Chamani because score a week more beat over.
My sorry the Taylor, I did forget to pin the link in a boss. I forget to pin the link. I mean something they should have get a red card in the even though we did eventually lose that game there, still, but
So we're not losing anyway.
I mean to be fair,
That
yeah.
one dollar luck formula. That one dollar.
Yeah.
When
Get
we
to
say
the
luck,
answer.
we look on the outcome
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah.
But remember the coach. Remember the coach. You see if we look with the on which side, we could have win the match against US out here.
True.
If we look with the on which side, we win the match there.
That's true. And if we did do what we need to do, that win the match too.
Well that's true, yes, I have to. And the answer. That's true.
Boy, Bobby D card over Reed, man. Boss,
Boy.
me no know. Oh, you
But you
miss.
know, me I tell you formula. Me don't think we sleep the night that's hard, brother.
Yeah.
The man go hide, you know, brother. We're gonna
Most
see
hide,
how
man.
the fear side, you know. Man go hide, man. Man disappointed, man. The man feel it in core.
Yeah.
Boy,
And
me I say, what?
I think him is a real one, you know. I think him is one of them where genuinely care
You
about
tell me, man.
the aspirations of the country, you know.
But what me I say to family, you know, so for Antonio play. And long Antonio, look, it's like, all right, like a striker play. I know you know get a legitimate chance. Like, I mean, that give my ball in a goal scoring position. Like,
Yeah.
suppose we did have a midfielder we could have give forward the ball. Like, even if it's a goal, but at least we have somebody we can pick up the ball. And you don't look at passing, man, something. If you notice, most I goal with Jamaica score, well, you know, people can say, Me say luck not depend on side, but sometimes luck depend on side too. Because most of the goals what Jamaica score, I don't know, but they
Yeah,
create no like you
yeah.
know a goal scoring thing. A be individual goal, the man them score come right up to the
Yeah,
stand.
but you know call that luck though.
Well, that's true. Well, that's true.
You
You
call
call
it
that
brilliant,
individual brilliance.
Individual brilliance.
which was what we were banking on more so than anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. So that means to say we admit the fact that we do have a coach.
But my thing in Tennessee, my thing, when you watch the Reggae Boys played under Tapa, especially in the World Cup qualifiers, the team to me, lacked any. It's as if they didn't know what they were doing. Man, they never know. The man, they never have a
So
clue. They were
so the
clueless.
Yeah,
lack ideas, lack fluidity, all but
yeah,
things.
that's true.
Because you could have see when you see the man them on the ball, you could have see the indecision as to what to do with it.
Yeah, man, that's
The
true.
man,
That's
the
true.
man they never really know what to do with it, boss.
We never look comfortable in a
Yeah.
ball position. Never ever look comfortable. It look like we are with a rush. When the next team have the ball, they like them have space, they can pass the ball. You understand? But we always look like anytime we get the ball, we are with a rush. Or maybe them are press we. Sometimes we press, but I think we half press. One man press.
That a half press, that a quarter press.
Well, I don't know with that, but that's some kind of thing. But I
Initially,
love
the
this just
pressing did kind of improve, though, in the latter games, when they did press, it did kind of improve.
as since Paul will come, Mr. Jamaica do any kind of pressing.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Big up, Eddie. Big up, big up. Paul Hall won't be here long. I want to know who will replace him after the qualifiers. Boy, boss, me never want to think about that in Eddie because sure that another Eddie can have Karoom say, how could you said Paul Hall is a better coach than Tapa and him not do nothing yet? I think there are indicators. I see your point, Karoom, but as I said, there are indicators.
But family do more and with more. What with more do before him get the coaching job? Coach
Yeah,
St.
but
James?
not Whitmore has done more at the senior level though.
Yeah.
After him get
Because
the job.
after he gets the job, but William Paul do more and with more to get this job than what Whitmore do to get the job.
Yeah, big point. That's solid. Yeah, true.
And then maybe the lies now with more. Alright. Me not say he's a better coach, but yeah, maybe the lies now with more.
Far, yeah. Way better.
Well, maybe that not make him a better coach still. But you
But he
can still put it and say,
would have a broader knowledge base though in Tennessee. That's what
of course.
the license that game over the CONCACAF. B license, a broader knowledge base.
Of
Much
course.
broader.
Of
Because
course.
B license, Tennessee are actually for youths and amateurs, is not to be coaching at a senior
Exactly.
level,
The only way
Yeah.
him coach at the senior level with that sort of license, mainly because of experience. Like a footballer used to play at the highest level.
Yeah.
So it helps them in terms of them getting jobs as a pass footballer. But I mean, B license, yeah, basically for youths.
Yeah. And lower tier divisions too. So like you can coach the English 4th division with a
like you
B
get
license.
it's like
But
you
you
get a
have to start
certificate.
the A license doing like Joby McAnuff in a coach. Him did start the A license even though him did have a B and get the Late Orient job.
See him like Paul Hall, him do the A license, but I think him they jump onto the pro license while at the QPR thing. You see what I say? So the pro license come like a PhD again.
Yeah, man.
A whole heap of scenarios are, hey, Bridging, all I can say now before me jump off, a lot of people believe that coach and coaching is for the average mind people.
Yeah.
I kid you
Nonsense.
not, it is not.
Yeah.
You have to be an educated individual.
And intelligent.
My estimation.
Yeah.
Intelligent, critical thinker, all of these
High
together.
IQ.
high IQ in
to be
order to decide.
successful.
You see, even about your logistical creativity and all of these things, those have to come into play too. So man thinks say yo, football is just a game where you learn from that. Brethren,
Yeah.
I have privilege to see some documentation, some information, and the normal man who just play the game cannot, I kid you not, will not understand it if it is not shown or taught to them.
Yeah.
Many of the past players who have not advanced in their coaching credential, they might be coaching vicariously. See? So you might be doing something like, oh, I used to see my coach do that.
Yeah.
But what is the reason why he was doing that? Which part of the periodization he was? You understand? Some man does get up a coach and believe say, yo, coaching is just, get some youths and put some passes together. No, it's not that. It's bigger than that. You understand? So,
Yeah.
just that me I said before me leave coaching, Virgin, it's like how your doctor go med school, so you coach for go coaching school. Serious maths. And I know palm push thing, I don't know gimmicks thing, where you just get up and do what you feel like. It's education in a
The game is very complex, coach. The game is very complex.
That's job. And people are paying big money for it.
It's when they give different scenarios, brethren, a movement, system, build up play and then sitting there.
Yeah.
I think about him and they laugh after you when they chat foolishness, you know. So you have to have a mind and you have to know. And I don't know, just some hurry come up thing, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why coaching, maybe said the better minds should be a part of coaching. Not just persons who love the game. Because you might love the game, but you don't have the mind to study and develop yourself into a great coach. You understand?
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
Big up to road ball. Now cut out now because training me reach. So
okay. Bless
all right, cool. Really nice. Yeah, I agree with everything coach just said a while ago.
I feel much what are the road ball. I feel much man there because maybe that affects some of our players when they go overseas. Because all right, say you play some ball in Jamaica, see, I'm just tell it to you, and you run up and down and very. And people say you're wicked and you can do things and so. But when the reason I real environment, you realize that no. That's why better for you send them out of the country more younger, like, when mind not get corrupted.
Exactly.
Already. So you send them out earlier, so when you go, you will learn things more faster. But when that thing done instill in you already, you can add to your breakout time.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just see a man go overseas and you not get no game, and you not play, and when you say, yo, you coach don't like him, and very. But maybe him not follow instruction.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because even though you can play a certain way, maybe coach put you in a position where he put you because you want to follow instruction. You understand? But maybe you can't follow instruction. Maybe you could have looked at him and say, so I want to put me this. I know this on me. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, I think it's a solid point. As Mega bring in Taylor now, welcome to the stream. But just before I bring in Taylor, 2 things more to say. Quickly. By the way, 3 things. Smash the like button, guys. Remember, smash the like button. Free and easy way to support the channel. Another thing I more to say is that, and I've said it before and I will say it again. Generally speaking, I'm not speak for all, I'm not take a blanket and throw over everybody. See? But generally speaking, I do not think the brightest minds in Jamaica go into coaching. You see, like Germany and those other jurisdictions, the individuals that go into coaching in those jurisdictions, they are scholars in a man. If you take them out of coaching and put them in another field in a man, them star it up, said way in a man, because brilliant individuals, In Jamaica, unfortunately, at the way of the footballing industry is so underdeveloped and so unattractive, from a lot of standpoints, it just don't attract the brightest minds. Karoom, I think Paul Hall is a better coach because one, pro
By
license
far, man.
far outweigh a
By far. He better with me.
B license. Also, when you hear Paul Hall speaks about the game, you can tell he has a better understanding of the game. And my thing is, if you are in a respective field and you cannot even talk it, if you can't talk it, you're in a trouble. That means you're not fully wrap your mind around the respective field that you are participating in. See, go through Taylor.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Tennessee. Big up yourself,
Yeah, man.
Formula.
You
Yeah,
appreciate.
yeah.
Eddie,
Um,
big up Eddie.
I've been spending a lot of time today trying to figure out, like, try to see a little bit into Paul Hall's history and who he is.
Yeah.
The point that you touched about coaching Jamaica. Coaching in Jamaica is basically the man who know the politician will get the football them. I am coach's side. That's so Jamaica word. You know it work. You just get some football from a politician them and you just hit a coach's side. You know that's Jamaica.
Taylor, you're
Yeah.
not easy in a boss.
Yeah, but you know, we chop the thing already, man. Football, you know, what people don't understand, you know, football is like running a government.
Busy, Eddie, busy.
It takes a specific kind of thinking. It takes a way of thinking how to compete against other countries, or you're competing against other teams to make your team win, to have your fans get the last laugh at the end of the day. So you say if a coach doesn't understand the tactical things that go into winning. That's why I always say to you on your show in a formula that one of Tapper's flaws is he's not a savage. He's not a savage. I think Tapper's best result, as I said, is a draw or 1-0. That's what I feel like Tapper going to games. Like he try draw the game up to 80, 90 minutes and we clip a 1-0. You cannot do that. Because what you do, then you leave the margin of error is very slim. Because if you're down by 2-0, first half, you can't win. Can you remember Tapper coming back from a 2-goal down, Jamaica?
1 goal. I can remember 1 goal, but
against Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was a much weaker opponent. So I want people who are skeptical
Can't
about
talk about that neither.
Yeah, that don't really count. I want people who are skeptical about Paul's Hall.
By the way,
Paul
Panama
Hall,
in the house, you know. Panama scout you out, you know.
Panama Jack, man. We have the formula for Paul Hall for tell him how to beat Panama. Him just have to listen. I hope him check out some of them stream. Yeah. It goes like this. I want people who are skeptical about Paul Hall to go check out some of the accolades that Paul Hall got as a coach in England. He was awarded like one of the best youth developers in the entire country.
We know about that. Yes.
No. I understand.
Taylor.
Formula.
Theodore
Whitmore couldn't even win a Manning Cup.
Fear. No, we done already.
Taylor, you talk about that. You could win a game with St. James.
Man could win a game with St. James, brother. The man
Manning Cup.
Taylor, we done already established that, you know, say a chalk and cheese in a box.
No, it's for the fans who are skeptical. This one is for the fans who.
And I am a skeptic too, you know. I don't know if you know that.
I'm not a skeptic.
I am a link border issue, you know.
No, man, Jamaica should win at least 4 out of the next 6 games. The one game that I think will be a struggle for Jamaica. Panama away and Canada away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we can draw against Canada if Paul Hall go out playing attacking football.
We need to beat Panama though.
To beat Panama, he has to know this. They're playing a Scandinavian style of football, meaning the way they defend, they're defending in a way to not just as a defender to soak up pressure. They're defending to score. They're defending to score. When they get the ball, they're planning to score.
They defend high up the pitch. Their first line of defense high up the pitch.
It's not like El Salvador or one of them teams that will get the ball and them just play it in a circle and nothing now happen. When Panama gets the ball, they're getting the ball to score.
They're very purposeful and very direct with how they play. And I don't mean direct in terms of the ball off the ground. I mean, and that's why I'm saying, I said it earlier in Tennessee. You see that brother named Christensen is a dangerous brother. Because when you see, Panama is the total opposite to we, you know. When we get the ball, you know, when our players get the ball, them don't know what to do with it, you know. You see, when the Panamanian players get the ball, you
You know
can
exactly what to do.
know the next pass right away in a boss.
Yeah. Because there it's a system. So
Yeah.
Panama is working off, as I said, it's a Scandinavian system where it's a plug and play. You don't need top players to work the system. You just need the players who understands the system. Remember, the person who scored the first goal against Jamaica in the stadium was a defender. that wasn't a striker. It was a defender who came on the I think I don't know if it was Ravel Morrison lost the ball in midfield, and the guy just and he went outside the 18 and they scored. So it's just a person who understand that. Listen, when we're pressing and our team is on the attack, my defender need to be on the half line. He cannot be behind the half line. That's where the defender took the ball from Ravel Morrison, and just stepped up above the 18 and scored. So what I think Paul Hall, people have to understand this. Paul Hall will win for Jamaica. You know why? Every time Jamaica play a game, we play against 12 players because Theodore Whitmore plays for the next team constantly. His decision making is to give the next team advantage. Look at the United States game when Theodore Whitmore made a substitution. Is when he saw Pulisic and those guys coming on. Theodore was like, "Oh shit, we need to make a sub too."
Yeah, man.
You see,
But why? But you know, women say, why Robert? Why Lamar Walker start? I know that's the decision that puzzle me, brother.
No, I like to explain madness. I think what the madness he was potentially thinking was Lamar Walker playing in the USL. He might have some familiarity with the American style of play. That's the only thing Tapa can maybe explain to me. I'm say, all right, the fool in the show, you just tell me you win. It's all right now. That's the only thing he can tell me because Lamar Walker hasn't done anything. The funny thing about that is if Tapa was still the coach, we would potentially see Lamar Walker and O'Neal Fisher in the team the next window.
Seriously. Just see Antonio score a goal, and Lamar Walker still couldn't score a rebound.
So we tell
So
somebody.
both the man make up a goalkeeper and go to him. I tell you what happen.
Though you see, he got a ball like that outside the 18-yard box, and like him, I try to tear off his own shirt. I don't know what he was doing. Him start attempt to do something.
Boy, that's weird. Actually,
You saw it?
something wrong with him, man.
Outside the 18, and Lamar Walker has a problem with him. Is whenever he gets the ball, it look like all our brain cells them like them just start confuse each other, like them start like the neurons them in our brain start send signals in a whole bunch of different directions. Yeah, him get jiggy when him get the ball for some reason. Paul Hall, this is the most amazing thing that could happen to Jamaican football. Because Paul Hall, Tennessee Lewis, he sat there and watched a coach who would never listen to him once.
No, sir. No.
This is just my speculation.
There were
watch TV. You can see formula. I will never watch TV. You can see.
No, but here's the thing. There were times, guys, when yes, him never listened to Paul Hall, and it was clear. Him then interested now. But we can give a perfect example. The Canada game, me see Paul Hall towards the latter end of this the I shouldn't say the latter end, but as the World Cup qualifiers progressed and Tapa realized he never know what him did I do. There were times when and he realized him in a trouble. There were times Mr. Paul get up off a bench and talk to him and me see some substitution radio. Canada game, perfect game. And long because we were doing the watch along, and I may say, yo, come on, Tapa, the change that need for me. No. And it was for a while we are saying in a bridging till Paul get up and Paul say, no, bridging, we can't take no more of this. And the man go to Tapa and say, bridging, man, knock him inside and show him the book and say, boss. And a couple little bit later, I see some subs radio. So I agree, but to a certain extent, I think eventually he did start to take some telling from Paul.
But when he started listening to Paul Hall, we started to get results. It's quite obvious.
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point.
So you think Paul Hall tell himself to bring in Javanese and left for Jamal, though? Paul Hall made the decision. Because Paul Hall started the madness there.
I mean, you direct that question there to boss.
What do you mean?
No, Tennessee. No, I mean, look. Remember, Tapa is still the head cook in a boss. So major things like that, I think obviously Paul had very little say, right? But I did see on one or two occasions where Paul show him the book, and yes, there were most of the times he never want to hear nothing from Paul, but there are some occasions him take some telling from Paul, man.
Because when you look on it, Pamela, and you see all them squad you pick, if you notice, even at the last round when we play USA and they beat Tony, you think say Tapper may really want Antonio in that team? You think say they want to get Antonio? I mean, when they say he have a problem with I think he must be physio or something.
Paul Hall would never make it
You
happen.
you think say Tapper really did want Antonio? You think they would bring him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what to make of that whole situation.
Pamela, honestly, I think Tapper just never wants somebody money in that team. That's
I
time
don't
problem.
think I don't think he was fond of Antonio, to be honest with you. I
I think,
No,
agree.
not
I
really.
think Antonio earned his respect from Tapa.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yes,
have to,
yes,
when you have a match
yes.
winner, Taylor, you have to get the respect of the coach. The man literally give him
But
2
Pamela,
results.
the man deserve more than respect. The man score
Yeah.
off of 2 crumbs. A
Two
crumbs.
crumbs.
A
Yeah.
crumbs man score off. I know, brother. The man
Yeah,
is not a
yeah.
build-up play, no. It's not no
Spectacular
build-up
goals
play
off crumbs.
where your midfielder broke down the other team and gave a true ball to Antonio. Antonio is like a man get a crumbs off a table and he make a meal out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So me feel like, all right, if Antonio did play the first couple matches and scored, then I make all effort, no matter when you want, to get him in his head. It's 3 matches where we mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if we have him in our team, if we match against Canada, I feel like we could do something in the match.
If we did start him in El Salvador, we had him on the bench.
Yes.
We probably
Yeah.
would have got the 3 points because if I them crumbs him score off. if
And what you call Jamal Lowe and give him 90 minutes against US.
No,
And
70.
give him
He
both.
gave us 70. He gave about 60 odd minutes against the US.
And bring him on
10 minutes.
in the next match and give him how much minutes? Give him about 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes, yeah. Because Tapa only made substitution on the 70-minute mark. So
Yeah,
it
man.
cannot
Yeah,
be
man.
before. Cannot be before. So
Yo,
it's no more than 20. It's more than 20 minutes. It cannot be
the
20.
reason why I want it, the reason why I want him in
Smash the like
Gospel,
button,
because
guys. Smash the like button.
you can't have a team. Remember, we're no coach, but we can see we don't want to high.
Mm-hmm.
And look and see man that do pure garbage. And I like say man, all right, when the man a coach him man, show look excitement, run down and say yo, do this, do that. Or the man just turn up and man say, eat it, no matter what go on that game, no matter we are lose, no matter what, man tell man look with William and 19. Me never see a coach like that yet in my life period. The man have no kind of emotion.
Honestly, I think this was the
You
hardest.
mean you saw him after the Panama game when he leaned up on the bench? You never alone see that man when the game done, man.
Panama game after we lose?
Yeah, man.
It
He lean up on the bench, man, and he go so. And he
Because I try to move to a point. You glad to see that?
No, that was a spiteful lean up. I think you understand, farmer. That was a lean up. We say the frigga, this on the
Yeah,
direct.
right.
That was a
All
lean
right.
up.
No, me disagree. The lean up when me see him set up man lean up on the thing, it was a clueless lean
No,
up.
it was a smoke. That was just a smoke screen. That was a smoke
Yeah,
screen.
yo.
It's a smoke
Yes.
screen to give people this illusion that he actually cared.
Not sure about nothing.
Let me tell you, I think this was the hardest thing for Paul Hall to do, was to sit on the sideline as a coach and watch a man
The
basically
madness.
crapping him diaper every game. Theodore Whitmore as a coach, because he was a baby. He's a baby to coaching. He's a baby
man.
to coaching.
Yeah,
One thing I kept asking myself: is it that when Tapa was getting his coaching license, they told him he cannot make substitution before 70 minutes? Because you know what I like about Paul Hall? Whenever you can see either Jamaica is losing their shape or things are not working, he's active. He's getting up. He's trying to tell Whitmore like, Tapa, what we worked on yesterday is potentially not working. Let's adjust. That's the kind of coach you want. You want a coach who is active from the first whistle. From the first whistle. Because if Paul Hall was the coach, Shamar Nicholson wouldn't have on a ninja mask on the pitch for 90 minutes, even if he not score.
No, do nothing at all.
I don't think Paul Hall is such a silly coach. And this is what, as I said, Paul Hall is a blessing from the sky for Shamar Nicholson. You know why? Every second him get pan a field, he must go freaking earn it. Every second him get pan a pitch. Because you see, Shamar Nicholson was Tapper's son. That was Tapper's son.
But even Albert Powell, brother, Albert Powell injured. And the man say man are dead. And the man still patch him up and put him on back. Only if you take him on back, maybe about 2 minutes later. And you have a right back on the bench for the start. Look at the US team. Look at the young players them where US are start. And you have to tell me say, yeah, man, they were about 21.
Not only that, he had a right back on the bench who was playing in the same league as Albert Powell and starting over Albert Powell in the league.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, one of the things I want to talk about, because David Nicholson made a comment. To be honest with you, David, yo, me really don't know. Because, all right, so David said Paul Hall is the director of development at QPR, right?
Yeah, yes.
I'm seeing different things, to be honest with you, David. Right? When you set up a man, Google him, you know, and when you watch interviews with him, you know, seeing they address him as the coach of the U23s.
Yeah. I think the development thing is a bit broader than it seems. I think the fact that he's also a pro license, I don't think because he's a director of development, he's not gonna implement what's needed to be done while sitting there with a pro license.
All right.
So I think it's a broader thing than just the development. So
but here's the thing though that confused me though, you know, Taylor. Why I want to talk about this, you know, because it confuses me because there have been times when I've like for instance the game that I watched with the QPR U23s, right? Me no know, like me did see somebody on the bench. Me no know if a Paul Hall that or if it's this other guy, me no remember what is his name, right? But when I watched a number of the highlights with games involving the QPR U23 team, me no see Paul Hall on the bench. So me no know if him is the coach or what. See, it's a Paul Anthony Hall, under 23 head coach at Championship Club Queen's Park Rangers. Then me see something here, according to Transfer Market, he's actually the director of, let me see if I see it here again. He is the director of development. So me don't know if he's responsible for all the youth teams. To be honest with you, me don't know. Me just tell us, but even when he, you know what's the crazy thing though? The same interview me just played earlier, you know, when he answered the question, that was done like a couple of days ago. And he addressed himself as the coach of the QPR U23 team. So it's really a confusing issue to me, but he addressed himself as the coach of the team. So, me no know, David, to be honest with you, me no know. Me I see conflicting things. To be honest with you. Me I see conflicting things. Photos of Jamaica, big up. No plan in attack and no plan in defense. Yeah, man, me agree. So honestly, I really don't know what to make of Paul Hall, to be honest with you. I mean, we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see what Paul Hall is capable of. Right? As I say, he should be an improvement on Theodore Tapper Whitmore. How much of an improvement that's yet to be seen, and also Me no want to see the same. Me no want to see the same long ball thing when me see another QPR U23 game there. Me no want to see the team a struggle for build out from the back, man. Honestly, me no want to see that, man. The Germans are smart because they charge people for college over their education free. Or they don't. Oh, Richard, big up, big up. Taylor, you still there, boss? I think Taylor think kind of chip out. Or am I think chip out? My internet good, you guys hearing me? Let me know if you guys hearing me. Tapa stubborn, bad. Reminded of Conte's second season at Chelsea. I've never heard Tapa shout out instructions to a player. Yeah, man, Ignite. Mr. Tapa shout instructions to player. Tapa is failure. Football is not about friends. When you are a coach, pick the team on merit. Tapa want to play Haka, Fisher, Flemings, Powell, Eastberg, leave out Pinnock. I think he's talking about Jamal Lowe, DJ Maggie, and Andre Gray. Yeah, Tapa. Oh, you guys hearing me? Cool. Coach happy Tapa out. Everybody happy Tapa out. I don't. It's only the elders them in a football that seem to be happy with Tapa out. Like some individuals like Cargill, Stewart, and these individuals, they don't really seem to be happy, but you know, they are on an island. Most people are very happy that Tapa is no longer the coach. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the results should improve, though. I honestly think the results should improve. Will he be good enough to be able to get us across the line? Because we still look. Me say it immediately as the US game done. So the campaign dead. The campaign done. Me not see we are qualified ahead of Panama. But even to then, there's still a small chance and a small window, and we still have to go for it. Right? We still have to go for it. No doubt about it. And, you know, whether Paul Hall is capable of closing that gap between ourselves and Panama. It's yet to be seen, man. It's yet to be seen. You know, I think I disagree with the notion that Paul Hall won't put a lot of effort into it. Right? This is a big opportunity for Paul Hall. A big opportunity for Paul Hall. Right? This is his first stint. His very first stint as a senior head coach. His very first stint as a senior head coach. So I think he will give his. I think he won't sleep. I think it will be all work from Paul Hall, trying to give himself the best chance to get some good results with his team.
Yes. And Formula, I think Paul Hall, the moment Paul Hall got the news that he was going to be the coach, Paul Hall was on the job. I feel like Paul Hall was already.
He strikes me as that type of a person.
He strikes me as someone who does his homework. You know, Tapa look like the guy who shows up at school and said, "Dog, get him homework." Him lose it. Him like him book burn up last night. You know that kind of student there.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean, man.
Yeah, like in last
him. Student that I was not.
Yeah, a student.
You can't relate, but
yeah, remember them student, them man. Yeah, we see them last them booking at the bus or something like the doctor taking book for the fear or something. So I think Paul Hall, to me, would not take on this job unless he feels that the team, for one, has the potential to win, and the other thing, that he's capable of getting results with this team. You see what I say? RJ said he was one of them students. They big up himself.
No, but I don't see if Whitmore was the one getting the job now. Me not see him as the type who would have done on the job right away. Me no know. Me not see him as that type.
No, listen, Whitmore said it to the JFF, formula. He said, listen, I cannot, you don't get time to coach the team. So Whitmore was basically he said he only could manage the guys. Whitmore was basically pointing out to the JFF, like, guys, I'm a coach, I'm not a manager. But the JFF didn't get it.
But he's
Nowadays,
neither. He does neither well.
that's what I was gonna say. Nowadays, you can't just be a coach. You're gonna have to be a manager, because especially at the international level, you're managing superstars, different personalities, guys who are getting 30 million to play in England. When they come, you can't just talk to a $30 million baller like a bug juice and send him go buy. It's not that kind of ball game. You need to get the Gatorade bottle ready. You see me, it's a different settings, and I think that Theodore Whitmore was just not the job. As I said, it was like I said it last night on Ryan's show, that Theodore Whitmore tried to put gas in our Tesla. You know what I mean? The technology passed him. He was it's an electric
Yo,
it's an electric car. You know
hold
what I mean?
on the Taylor, Virgin. You sit down on meds analogies, Virgin.
No, them just come
You come
because
up
that's
with them analogy, Virgin.
Papa
No,
just
but you know what's the crazy thing about that analogy, though? Taylor, that is the perfect way to sum it up, boss. The
that's what I'm saying.
perfect way. Yo, that analogy they hit the nail upon the head, Virgin. Virgin, you need to copyright them. Me I move with that one there, na, boss, because me have to use that one there, na, Virgin. Me I'll write it down.
Yeah, it's the God. That's the thing,
Gas in a Tesla.
Yeah, you might try put gas in our Tesla, and he doesn't understand that. Listen, it's a new technology. It's a battery run car. It's no, you don't use the dashboard. Don't even have a gear stick, bro. It's an iPad. Like so, Tapa going at the car, and I say, yo, where the clutch, where the transmission, where the tranny? Like, dude, no, bro, we're not there anymore. That was 98, Tapa. That's what I'm saying. That was 98. He went in the car, he might look for a gear stick. You don't even realize, so you don't even have to the seatbelt come over you itself. So Tapa idea drag the seatbelt like this with Andre Gray them. Like you know what I mean? Like the team just went past the guy.
Yeah.
It was just
Move
too
past
much
him.
for him.
Yeah.
It was just too much for him. But I'm telling you, Formula, once you see me pop out like this, you know I'm excited, because because that's one thing I've done is for me, I said I won't be on stream unless there are something significant happening with the team, because it will give you a headache. This team, Tapa build up the team to a point where it could ruin your health. Like with his lack of communication. Which team, isn't it mandatory that coaches do press conferences?
Yeah. Yo,
Just-
it's quite a while now, I probably before the Gold Cup, was the last time I see him do a press conference, No
Listen.
lie. He has done press conferences overseas. But me not see him doing a press conference. He has done 1 and 2 press conferences after games. Sometimes him just give a little one interview after the game. But me not see him doing a press conference at home.
Because the thing why Tapa doesn't do press conference is this reason. Tapa doesn't know how to break down a game tactically.
Yeah. I agree.
Tapa's press conference goes like this. Yeah, we just didn't press enough. We guys didn't put away their chances. We were on the back foot and we just lose the game. But I saw some positives from the Tapa. You're not a cheerleader. You need to tell me what formation you started the game with, why the formation didn't work, what are your players doing out there, what was your plan for build-up play, how did you plan to counter? Did you ever hear Tapa mention the other team's formation? Like saying they were showing us 4-4-2 on offense, but on the defense they were having 5 at the back, so that became a bit difficult for our midfielders to break that down. You ever heard Tapa said anything about what? I don't even think Tapa know what the other team is playing, the formation the other team plays,
Yeah.
And when you look at, that's why Manchester United fans are in an uproar right now. They finally got a coach who can break down the game to the
Yeah.
most minute
Sound
level.
like a professor doing so. Yeah,
And
man.
I think Paul Hall is a student of the game. And you know
Yeah.
what, Jamaican fans, we will finally get interviews from our coach.
Yeah, I think no longer will we have to be forced to try and sit down and figure out what our head coach is trying to do. We'll have a clearer understanding of what the goal is, even before he goes out onto the pitch.
That's it, Brad. And we've struggled. I've dealt with Theodore Whitmore for 6 years. 6 years. I've this man has been a thorn in the side of the fans. He has been a menace to us. Like Theodore Whitmore, he has this one great skill. He really knows how to look like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's amazing at that. Like Theodore Whitmore is like, you can send him a shop with the exact amount of money and him come back with change. Like you give him everything because the JFF said it. They gave him everything he want, everything he needed. We can complain. We knew the problems the JFF had, formula.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the game is played on the pitch.
And really and truly, Tapa cannot convince anyone, especially me, that those are the reasons why we're in the predicament that he's in. I mean, when you do when you make some of the on-field decisions or the lack thereof that you have made that has cost us games. I mean, you can't pin that on nobody else but yourself, boss. You can't give that to nobody else. You have to take that. And one of the things why I don't understand why, because it seemed to me on a number of occasions that he was throwing the players under the bus.
Yeah, he
When he was saying things.
He destroyed Blair Turgot's international career. He single-handedly ruined that man's career by mishandling the player. We could have used Blair Turgot in a lot of those games. Those games that Junior Fleming started, we could have used Blair Turgot. Remember now, to show you the politics of how silly Tapa is, Greg Lee won the starting job in that Saudi Arabia, those two Saudi Arabia games we went and play. He won the job over Taxi, He took Taxi's job, Then he got injured. When he got injured, he moved from his club. I think he was in Scotland to Montgomery or whatever that the name.
Morecambe, I think you pronounce it. League One.
He moved to that club. He's starting week in and week out. Taxi Lawrence is starting 3 games in a 3-game window with no other left back in the team. And the guy who won Taxi's job previously
is not in the squad.
So it tells me like the confusion is like, bro, it's mind-boggling. Like I would like for someone to come out, and the crazy thing about Tapa has this attitude behind his madness as well. It's this attitude that he gives off in interviews behind the madness, like a wee mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a mad person on the road. I tell you, say you mad. Like because you're not sleeping outside because you got a roof over your head. Me feel like that when Tapa give interviews, like him start say, game don't play on YouTube, game don't play on social media. Tapa, we know that. We're not actually playing right now. We actually know that. You don't have to remind us. But you as the coaches don't just coach and lose every game. That's what you need to explain to us. You know what? I felt like Tapa had the audacity to come out after the Gold Cup and tell us that he saw a lot of positives. That's when I realized this man needs a mental checkup.
Yeah, because there were not many positives coming out of the Gold Cup. The only positives were that we were going to get some better players. But in terms of actually what was on showing at the Gold Cup, Taylor, it was a disgrace.
The man took off Anthony Grant with 5 minutes left and brought on Peter Lee Vassell to win the game, while we brought a defender from Cavaliers who was in the team specifically as a defender. The only thing this guy know how to do is to defend the goal. But what we do is Tapa kept him on the bench trying to get 1 point by bringing on Peter Lee Vassell, who was out of a contract for almost 2 years. Isn't that amazing, guys? That, like, how do you explain that? A player who's an attacking midfielder, who's been out of club for almost 2 years, you take out the one CDM, the shining light on the team, with 3 minutes to go, and you bring on an attacking midfielder to close down the game while you have a defender that you brought in sitting on the bench.
Yeah, because even though I don't think, because the substitute thing there is more than one sub I think was made at the time, and even though Peter Lee Vassell didn't come on directly for Anthony Grant, he was the one occupying the space that Anthony Grant was previously occupying. He replaced him on the pitch.
Yeah, it was somebody, I don't remember. All right, so Dread enough said Paul Hall for walk to him sit down and make top up.
No, Dread. Me can't agree. Me hear the
Yeah.
sentiment that Wally. Me can't agree with that, Dread.
I can't agree with
Dread. The assistant coach, you know,
Yeah.
it is not his job. He is not the one to have the final say, you know. Right? The man cannot tell the coach, say, yo, he cannot. That would be anarchy. That would be anarchy. You can't have the assistant coach dictate to the head coach what the head coach for do. He can only make suggestions, and if the head coach is not fully on board, what him for do? Him just have to sit down and hold a chill pill and bill.
I think, Dread, you know, this is what you have to understand. I think Paul Hall came in very optimistic and he wanted to help. But when he realized that Tapa is a goat, them stubborn goat, the way I have to kill them with lick, how when you kill them with lick, them now move. I felt like Paul Hall realized that me I deal with a stubborn goat. That goat can now move from me, so I'm gonna just stand up and hit off the whole of them grass. I think he just said, you know what? I'm gonna be a loyal citizen and a patriot, and I'm also gonna respect Tapa because he's a legend for Jamaica. And I think Paul Hall just took a back seat and said, I will act like I'm actually doing something. I think Paul Hall was more instrumental in running trainings, setting up the training sessions because But when it came to the game time, I think Tapa just stopped. Listen, I think Tapa just cock up him ears when the game start and say, Paul Hall, yeah, man, yesterday I feel, today I feel me, man. A big people time now. I feel like that's the vibe I get from him. Look at this. Anthony Grant was on the pitch with Haka, and I think Anthony Grant was saying to Whitmore, this box to box with the CDM thing, it's not.
Yeah, military had pointed it out.
Yeah, you can see.
I think that was what he was indeed saying to him.
You know just what we Tapa do? Tapa just pat him on him back like he say, go and go sit down before me sub you off, man.
Yeah. Like he was very dismissive.
Yeah, man. Tapa give him a pat on him back and say, yo, go sit down before me substitute you, man.
Yeah, man.
like coach, you know what a good coach would go? A good coach would go like this with his ears. Okay. The coach might not have to do it, you know.
No, but you see the thing though is Taylor. You see the thing though is Taylor. Right there, you know, he's in an uncomfortable situation, you know. Because it's not every day when you see a player saying to a coach, giving a coach instructions, you know. When it gets so bad, you know, when it gets to the point that it gets so bad that a player has to be shouting instructions to a coach, you know, so the thing dreading a man. You know, say it'll get to the point where the players them must say, yo, the brother you know, see the foolishness try to take place on the pitch. Right? And so because it's not very common for a manager to be in that situation. Tapa don't know how to respond to it. It go wrong in a Taylor. It go wrong even before Tapa flash him off. Well, not really flash him off, but he was disinterested in what he was. But it go wrong before that. The mere fact that Grant did have to go to him to tell you
as the coach. Dread enough, you see how Michael Garrett did have to walk to. No, Michael Garrett stepped down because I think Michael Garrett wants to be a head coach now for another. Michael Garrett took the opportunity to use that game as an audition for his next job. I think he realized, you know what? I left on a high. He left Manchester United on a high. He won his game as a head coach and left on a high. He's like, why would I win my game with one of the top clubs in the world and then go back as an assistant to a coach who will potentially, if he wins, he will continue being the coach. So Michael Garrett made a strategic decision for his career. Brian, what is it? Is it brain drain? No, brain drain. What is the prediction for the
Shatta,
next?
aka Shatta. Oh
A,
yes, me put up that. Yeah man, a Shatta man. Brain drain a
Shatta
Shatta man. Shoot for the
Shatta,
stars, man. Big
a
up
Shatta named brain drain?
Shatta. Yeah
Oh
man,
my
big up
God.
brain drain. Thanks to the super chat boss.
And since Shatta is back again, I think Tyreek McGee will be back in the team now because Paul Hall. It was stated early on in the Gold Cup that Paul Hall really liked Tyreek McGee. He really liked it, like what he saw with him
Yeah,
as
I
a
think
player.
he respects the players' game.
Yes. And for me, I see Jamaica winning at least 4 of these remaining games. At least three,
4.
at least three
Yeah,
wins, at least 3 wins and 1 draw. I can see Jamaica getting at
4.
least 3.
4
Because
is a little bit of a
listen,
stretch, Taylor. Me that said 3.
no, we're gonna beat El Salvador. We're gonna beat Costa Rica. We're gonna beat Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
The throw up games for me with Jamaica is Mexico, Canada, and Panama. Those are the 3
Yeah.
games. The
I
other
think
3
we can
teams,
draw I think at the very least we'll draw the Mexico game.
yeah. To me, I think Paul Hall is not here to draw games. I think it's a
Why?
win or lose for Jamaica now. I think Jamaica will win this game. I think
True,
Jamaica's
true,
gonna
but
win
you
this
have
game.
to bear in mind, I mean, it's a home game, and we have to bear in mind the quality of the opposition. Um, I the Panama game away, we really need to win it. Do I think we'll win it? Realistically speaking, no, I don't. I think the best we can get out of that game is a draw. To be honest with you, I don't think we'll win it.
If Jamaica wins the game against Mexico and we're flying high, we go into Panama to get that result. I think that's what if the guys buy into what Paul Hall is doing and they sees that attacking because this is formula. This is what I'm banking on right now. This is
Mm,
why Jay Taylor is going out on this blind mission of just thinking that I know football and my observation. I think Paul Hall knows there's no room for error as far as there's no draw game anymore. For
true.
one, Paul Hall realizes that there was a lot of potential for us to get 3 points in a lot of game, and we were overly conservative, which cost us the
Fair
game.
point. Fair point.
Paul Hall also showed me on the sideline that whenever the team is not doing what they need them to do, he looks like a proactive coach, not a reactive coach. He looks like a coach who is ready to make the move even the first half if it's not working. And that's what we need. That's what we need because that's how CONCACAF teams beat you, you know. They just play with you till you and you keep doing the same thing for 80 minutes and them score 1 goal for you. That's how games get won in CONCACAF, you know. Is the team that keeps their focus the longest outside of Canada. Canada is playing an attacking style of football where they can beat you whether or not you're focused because they're just set up to win. I think if Paul Hall takes that English mindset, whatever they're doing at QP, and if you look at QPR, it's a press. They play the press at QPR. It's the press. They're pressing from the front at QPR. Mikel Antonio showed us. Mikel Antonio has gifted us with a permanent spot for Shamar Nicholson on the bench because barring injury, he's not starting over Mikel Antonio again.
Yeah, yeah. No matter the impressive form that he's in Belgium.
Him can score 10 a match. Him can score 10 a match. Him not starting over Mikel Antonio.
No man, if he scored 10 a match, man, he have to go. Antonio have to go see bench.
Antonio Nancy bench. The thing is this, another thing here, formula is Andre Gray. I hope for me, if Andre Gray got more playing time, Jamaica would have at least won 1 or 2 more games. For
Yeah.
me, personally. If you go back to the game that Jamaica scored with Jamalo and Andre Gray against United States, that was a game where Jamaica had the ball for like 2 seconds And the one play they made, they just build up the play and scored. They would have got so many more opportunities. And I
Yeah.
think Paul Hall is gonna come out with 2 strikers in some of these games. I bet you Paul Hall is not coming to play that. I think Andre Gray will be the hold up player
Mm-hmm.
potentially, and Antonio, you're like he's more your, what would you call it? He's your roaming striker.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the route we'll go.
You think that will work though?
Dude, that's unstoppable.
You
That's
mean Gray as the holder?
Gray as the hold up,
Okay.
and because remember, I
Yeah,
know
it could work.
Antonio already showed us that he just need crumbs.
Yeah, yeah,
Antonio just need crumbs. Imagine Gray with his back turned to goal, laying it off to Mikel Antonio. Which
yeah,
defender in CONCACAF can really stop Mikel Antonio? Mikel Antonio showed us that. So for me, that was the problem. We didn't have that other striker to play off. He didn't have a hold up. We didn't have a hold up. Roof, I think even Roof, man, I think all the English-based players are gonna play better. I think Ravel Morris, they will get their confidence back because I think Paul Hall looks like a good motivator as well. I think he's ready to be honest with
true,
the guys. I
true.
think Paul Hall is gonna come in the dressing room and say, guys, you know what it is.
Yeah,
We got on a 9-hour flight. So we're not here to lose today. I think Paul Hall is ready to give the, and every Jamaican homegrown player who's in the team, USL or where you want to come from, will have to earn your spot in the squad, mate. You don't no more care a Tom Ford or a Rolex watch for the coach, and you're getting at the side. That done. Paul Hall don't need that. No, if you're not playing, you're not in the squad. You're not, and this is what we needed. Because we knew that we lost a lot of games based off politics formula.
yeah. That's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, we lost a lot of game. But yeah, Tapa. I think Tapa had a personal vendetta against Andre Gray. There's no way he can tell me that. Like, bro, I will go to the grave believing that there was something he just didn't like about the guy. I don't know if it was his tattoos or his attitude. When somebody come in our place, and my my assumption is this: Andre Gray, to me, maybe came in with, to where he didn't come in and make himself small enough for Tapa to feel like he's beneath him. And I feel like Tapa is saying, you're gonna have to come kneel down right here, so, and then me give you a game. Like that. I feel like he wanted to belittle the guy by not playing him to teach him a lesson.
By the way, both are playing right now,
Yeah. I'm happy that he's playing. I'm happy that he's playing.
Nilla right now.
So I'm looking forward to the next set of games, man. Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the best day. Yesterday was
Yeah,
the
man,
best.
me see up Ryan LFC, man, and you chirpy, man. Me see say you in a good mood, man. Me I say, oh, Taylor so happy, man. Me know the thing bad, but it never did so bad, man.
No, what do you mean, my youth? What do you mean? I look like a last week I start watch Jamaican football. Brother, me never miss a
No,
match with Jamaica play, no?
me did happy, Me did happy, Don't get me wrong, Me did happy yesterday, when the news came about. But yo, Mr. Taylor literally a jump in his seat, man.
Brother,
He
me
was
happy,
man,
brother, me happy,
man.
my youth.
I saw the man are moving like, boss, me no go look back on the video. Me no think you could have even sit still in a virgin.
Me
You just
happy.
a moving a seat in a virgin.
Brother, me happy, brother. Me happy. Like it, you don't understand, bro. Because me say it, brother. The first time I come on Ryan show, this is before the Gold Cup, Me say to them, say, Tapa Whitmore is gonna be our downfall going forward. And I pointed out his weaknesses. One of the big ones was he's not able to make substitutions to change the game. The
Yeah,
next one was his politics, his political way of how he deals with players, his
yeah.
management of players, and his lack of communication with galvanizing the fans. I felt like if a coach cannot be going into a World Cup qualifier with so many things stacked up against him. It's just too much. It was just too much. What could you say Tapa had going for him going in the World Cup qualifiers? Can you name me the plus?
Some of the core players might probably have, been in his corner. By the way, Charlotte just took the lead.
Okay. Shalawa is all right, man. Yeah, so it's a good day, bro. It's a good day.
Hey, the man am playing on some heavy snow though,
Yeah, man, it a snow over here right now, big time, bro.
In where you are, it's snowing badly.
Yeah, it a snow.
Out, I've never even seen snow.
Yeah, so sweet, man. So sweet. I mean, also you're gonna be traveling at some point. It's just a matter of time. It is, yeah, it's snowing, man. It's this time of year, it's Christmas. That's what snow
Yeah,
is synonymous with Christmas.
yeah,
It's snowing.
the
Yes,
snow
yes,
very badly.
yes. So yeah.
But I mean, let us see what Parallel does. I am cautiously optimistic. Do I think we'll see an improvement? Yes, I do. But I do have as I titled the video, I said that I think he is the best choice, right? But whether or not he's a good choice, it remains to be seen because really and truly, Paul Hall has never done this before. He has never coached at this level before. He has never done it. So it's really and truly going to be a massive test for him. One that I think he will take very seriously because, it's a big deal for him and it's a big deal for his career. And, how these 6 games play out is going to really cast a perception as to what kind of a coach and how good of a coach Paul Hall actually is. So, and I think he knows that.
Yes, formula. And it's gonna get better, man. Just trust me on this one. Formula, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. Can you say on stream though a lot of things that I've said in the past
Yeah,
has come
yeah,
true?
yeah. True.
Like you remember say me them call me so negative when me tell them say it can't work with Tapa when me tell them say we
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
lose against
yeah,
Costa
yeah,
Rica. When
yeah,
me say and people I said, no man, you have to give the man a chance. Some of the same people and I said, guys, you can't start a company. And because Formula is my friend and I made him the manager and I'm losing revenue every month, I'm gonna wait till the company flatline and bankrupts before me start change things. I have to
yeah,
make them. I have to say, Formula, listen, I respect you, but the company is going down. We have to make changes. It was just that simple.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just
That's
that
simple.
simple.
That's
It's
simple.
just simple.
Boss
So
never have a clue, man. When I hear commenters, even overseas commenters saying that we have the worst coach in CONCACAF, it really and truly, this particular scenario really emphasizes the need for a good coach, right? You cannot have a team that just is successful based on ability,
yeah,
right?
and yeah, it was crazy. And what I hated was that Jamaican fans seemed like they're the only ones who were upset with us bashing a terrible coach. Every football team, the coach get it if you not get result. Every football team, bro. Right now, Sweden was leading in the group with Spain. They dropped points against Greece at home. Now Sweden has to go in the second playoff against some other teams. The Swedish coach technically only lost like 2 games the entire year, and people are saying maybe he need to go. Like the man lost maybe 2 games. Like Sweden has been beating Spain. By the way, guys, Blair Turgot's team has been relegated from the Swedish top flight.
Yeah.
Malma FC, which I'm right next to Malma right now, they won. They were terrible in the Champions League. I'll be going to some games as soon as I'm thinking about being vaccinated potentially because in Europe they're putting on the squeeze now to where you actually can't do anything. The whole EU has cooperated
Yeah.
in a way where unvaccinated people are basically like outcast now. This
Yeah.
is what,
Yeah.
yeah. You're not able to do anything, like
Yeah.
nothing formula. They really putting on the squeeze. And I want to get back in the stadiums and watch football.
And
There's
you know,
something
I
there.
have a relative that took the vaccine, and let's just say the person is not doing so well, from what I understand.
Jesus.
So
Okay, really? I know me hold out so long to, I did a plan for hold out,
no, but even over here, I'm watching it because I'm not vaccinated either,
Yeah.
and I'm not afraid to say it. I really and truly don't care, because some people want to chastise you
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
for the
bro.
choice, but it does appear as if even over here things might be leaning you know into that direction. But I see the argument from both sides, but I don't agree in forcefully trying to get people to vaccinate. I don't think government should be forcing me to take something into my body. I don't, from a human rights standpoint, I just don't agree with it. I don't think it is right from a human rights standpoint. But when you say them put on the squeeze over so terrible. So what, like you can't buy food
Bro,
and them things there?
bro, they're saying now potentially you will only be allowed in like supermarkets to get basic necessities if you're unvaccinated.
Apart from that, nothing else.
Bro, I had a ticket to go to Norway to visit my friend from Mandeville as well and spend
Mm-hmm.
Christmas with him. And they just in Norway now you have to quarantine for 10 days. You have to take a PCR test prior to flying and one at the border in Norway, and then quarantine for 10 days. And my trip was only 3 days. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Never make no
but
sense.
yeah. So it's a crazy thing. And 85% of Norway is vaccinated. Denmark, where I'm at, 80 something percent is vaccinated. So it's like that was the whole idea of herd immunity. So I don't get it. They're now saying this Omicron. No, this is what I don't like about this whole thing. Why I was waiting to get vaccinated. I feel like the COVID is still a moving target, because now
Yeah,
they're telling the people who
yeah,
took 2 shots this year that
yeah.
the booster shot is for the new strain. So if we pop up January morning and there's a new strain, we need another booster. So for the whole year,
And
them just plan
another
to boost we up.
booster.
Them plan to
Yeah,
boost we up
yeah,
for the rest of
yeah,
our life, basically. Then.
yeah.
So what I'm doing is, I thought I wanted to hang tight until they have everything in one shot, booster and everything, and because I
But
still never want to take 2 shots either.
it seems like every very often a new
Strain
strain comes
or
about,
variant.
or
Yeah,
variant or whatever. I don't remember the is variant, right?
yeah, variant. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, so it don't even make no sense. The thing keeps on evolving. As I said, the goalposts keep on moving. It's a moving target.
Yo, brother,
So
me
it
there
don't
all
even make
around
no sense
people.
to get
Me there
vaccinated.
around people like me and them. Then at the same house a party all whole night, and them end up a hospital for 2 months with COVID and me not have it. So me I say, dog, me never got up. When I tell me I say I gotta work. Me I say one if I got just like the people them when him choose, a them now with nothing can do with dog. Me no know if I say it work, bro. Because me I say, oh me there around all them a people end up in a hospital, and me and them a party in a house, bro. I'd be here all the whole party catch COVID and me not get it. Me say, me not understand, bro. So me confused about this COVID-19 thing, bro. I'm confused, bro.
Yeah. No, I don't blame anybody for having their you know, reservations about getting vaccinated. Eagle Republic say formula, it's not bad, brother. I am vaccinated. My wife and my 2 kids are vaccinated. By the way, every Jamaican I know has a mark on either their left or right shoulder vaccination, right? Yeah, no, Eagle, I agree. No, I want to be clear, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not anti-vax. I am wary of this particular vaccine, right? I mean, it was developed very quickly for my liking, very, very quickly for my liking, and understandably so. But usually with vaccines, they normally take a much longer time period to be developed and to be tested, etc., etc. But this thing was just basically created overnight, from what they're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
And
Based
this
on
COVID thing, they're still learning about COVID.
but based on my research, the only country that has developed the vaccine in a conventional way, how vaccines were developed, is Cuba. Cuba developed their own vaccine using the same methods that they have been using to develop vaccine for ages. So I'm thinking then is but the world, the WHO, they don't approve the Cuban vaccine. And I'm thinking that's the vaccine I would actually want to take then, is the Cuban vaccine, because I don't hear of people in Cuba just dropping out like that either. You know what I mean? And Cuba has had a relationship with Jamaicans for decades as far as medicine is concerned. So I don't know, bro, but we can't talk about this thing on the stream too much. They will
Yeah,
flag your
yeah.
videos
People as I say are politics, and
yeah.
and I don't think it's politics. I think people are making it to be a political issue, but I don't think it's politics. But yeah. So guys, Paul Hall is the man to take the team forward for the remaining World Cup qualifying games. Still a lot of question marks as to his ability as a coach, especially a coach at the highest level, right? But we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see, if Paul Hall can really pull this off. I think he will have a good record. I think he's intelligent enough to make the right decisions. All the time during the World Cup qualifiers, when I saw substitutions being made, it appeared to me as if he was the one that was pushing for the substitutions to be made. Because a lot of the time, Tapa just stand up so with a screw on him face, and Paul Alafia get up off of the bench and nudge him inside and I say, boss.
So, Formula, I'm happy for you to have me on. I have to do a show for Ryan tonight. I told him we were gonna do one from yesterday and today. I'll be doing these two shows, so I'm gonna put in an hour for him tonight. So I told him I was gonna jump on your thing first and come and give you a strength, and because we haven't chopped it up in a while as well.
Yeah, true.
Because I love talk. As I said, you and Richard are probably two of my favorite people to talk football with, because you guys can actually make like something nonsensical sound very sensical. So I enjoy it. Whenever I can find people who can make sense out of foolishness, you're my kind of folks. So
yeah, man.
So bless up yourself, all right?
Yeah, man. Take care, boss. Yeah, man. We link, man. And yeah, so we're rounding off now, guys. But we just have to wait and see. We can't say whether the Paul Hall appointment is a very good appointment right now. It seems to be the best option at this point in time, given the fact that the JFF took so long to rid us of the previous head coach, right? But hopefully, hopefully Paul Hall can get us across the line. Honestly, I don't mean to be negative. I don't hold out much hope that he can qualify the team. But what I do think is that we will see the team looking a bit better, a bit more organized, a bit more structured. Even if it's a similar playing style, I think we'll see more organization and more structure and more purpose, more intensity, right? We will see the players on the pitch looking as if they have some idea as to what they are doing, right? And I think all of that will better facilitate better results for the team in the remaining 6 fixtures. Hopefully it is good enough to get us that 4th place playoff spot. If it is not, then, I blame 2 people, the JFF and Tapa. One, the JFF are taking so long, and 2, Tapa really, with the greatest of respect to the legend, he really messed up this World Cup qualifying campaign. Really did. Just looking at the game now in Charleroi, right? Charlotte was squeezed out a big 1-0 victory, right? So that is big for them, right? I think they were in what, 4th place coming into this game, so that would have moved them up the table, right? They're getting some results. They started off rocky, but they're getting some big results right now. So, kudos to them, and hopefully they can keep it up, and hopefully they can really and truly challenge for the Belgian Pro League title. It would be good to see a Jamaican getting some good European silverware. But guys, that's our 2 cents on Paul Hall. Just look through some of the comments quick and fast. We need to blame some of the players too. Agreed. Bobby Reed, Mr. Sitter, for sure. People in the comments are quarrel about vaccine. Mainstream media. Oh, God. People in the chat quarreling about the vaccine. Eagle Republic from here. Yeah, I know it's a willing guinea pig. Formula, I spent 8 years in the US and I have had more vaccines than I can count. We're basically guinea pigs, so if me not dead yet, COVID-19 vaccine can't kill me. Okay, fair. I will say this much though. One of the reasons, and as to close off, one of the reasons why I am a bit. By the way, I'm watching the highlights here in a man. Boza Nicholson had some very good. Boza play some ball, You have to give Boza and props in a man. Boza play some ball in a man. He even found the back of the net, But it looked like, oh God, look on the offside, man. Boza found the back of the net in this game, but he was barely offside. Barely a judge to have been offside. It looked like him knocked. It looked like Boza rose some leather in that game, man. It really and truly looked like Boza played well. Forced some very good saves from the keeper. Boza has improved. I still think he's a raw product. He has some ways to go, but there's no doubt about it. This season he has improved. No doubt about it. And Charlotte are really rolling some leather, man. They're one of the more attacking teams in the Pro League. Yeah, but one thing I just say on the vaccine before I get out of here. I did have a negative experience one time with vaccines. With a vaccine. So that's one of the reasons I'm a little bit hesitant. I did have a negative experience a couple of years ago with a vaccine. So that's one of the reasons, right? I'm not particularly anti-vax, but just watching this thing, just watching it. But guys, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it, Really appreciate all the individuals who came onto the panel to chop it up with us. Coach was there earlier. Who else was here earlier as well? Espada was here earlier as well. Siobhan was here earlier as well. Siobhan always give you a strength. And Taylor came on, later on to close it out with us as well. Big up to the commenters, big up to the viewers. You guys really add a very important dynamic to the platform, and we do greatly appreciate it. So guys, that's my 2 cents. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.